Alright guys, let's run down the solutions for U 1.2 Day 2, which was yesterday's homework. We're talking about one-step equations with multiplication and division. So I've got 7x is equal to 35. And so in order to get this x by itself, I have to do the inverse of multiplying by 7. The inverse of multiplication is division. And so I'm going to divide both sides by 7. I get x is equal to 5. To check it, you'd have 7 times 5 is equal to 35. 7 times 5 is 35. And so my check is done and I did it correct. On number 19, I've got a negative 0.8 times n. So the inverse of multiplying by negative 0.8 is dividing by negative 0.8 or negative 0.08. And so on this side it cancels, leaving me with n is equal to 4 divided by negative 0.8 is negative 5. So now I can plug it in to check. I would have 4 is equal to negative 0.8 times negative 5. Do that on my calculator. Negative 8. Negative 0.8, excuse me. Negative 0.8 times negative 5 gives me a positive 4. 4 is equal to 4. Checked it. I did that one correctly. On number 20, what I like to do is take this negative and move it either up or down. In this case, I'm going to move it down because I don't want to have it with the variable. So I'm going to have 6 is equal to w over negative 8. Now, what's the inverse of dividing by negative 8? The inverse of dividing by negative 8 is multiplying by negative 8. So I'm going to do that on both sides. If you take w and you divide it by negative 8 and then multiply it by negative 8, it's going to take you right back to w. Negative 8 times 6 is negative 48. Now to check it, you would have 6 is equal to negative 48 divided by negative 8. And that is 6 positive. 6 is equal to 6. That's my check. Question number 21. M over pi is equal to 7.3. So we're going to do the inverse of dividing by pi. The inverse of dividing by pi is multiplying by pi. I'm going to do that on both sides. I get m is equal to 7.3 pi. To check this, I'm going to plug this in here for m. I get 7.3 pi over pi is equal to 7.3, and we're able to get rid of those. So we get 7.3 is equal to 7.3. There's my check. 22. If I look here, I've got negative 4.3 times g. So what's the inverse of multiplying by negative 4.3? It is dividing by negative 4.3. And we're going to do that on both sides. So that's going to leave me with g on the left. 25.8 divided by negative 4.3 gives me negative 6. To check it, I would have negative 4.3 times 6 is equal to 25.8. Sorry, it's negative 6, excuse me. So now I'm going to go negative 4.3 times negative 6 gives me 25.8. 25.8 is equal to 25.8. There is my check. 23, I've got some fractions. So we've got 3 halves is equal to 9/10 k. Now, in order to break this fraction up from k, we're going to turn this into 1. And the way we turn this into 1 is we multiply by the reciprocal. So what is the reciprocal of 9/10? It's 10 over 9. If we do it to one side, we got to do it to the other side. So over here, 10/9 times 9/10, that would be 90 over 90, which is 1, and 1 times k is k. I can do some cross canceling. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 10 5 times. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 9 3 times. 5 times 1 is 5, 3 times 1 is 3. I get 5 thirds. You could also rewrite that as a mixed number, which is 1 and 2 thirds is equal to k. If you were going to check it, you'd have 3 halves is equal to 9 tenths times 5 thirds. Alright, so if I focus on this part, we're going to cross cancel. I got 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 9 3 times, 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 10 twice. If I multiply straight across, I get 3 halves is equal to 3 halves. There is my check. Problem number 24. I've got negative 7.8 times x. So we are going to do the inverse of multiplying by negative 7.8. That is dividing by negative 7.8. And we're going to do that on both sides. So I get x is equal to, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. I've got 1.56 divided by 7.8. That gives me 0.2. Positive 0.2. Now we can check our answer. Negative 7.8 times 0.2 has to be equal to negative 1.56. So I got negative 7.8 times 0.2 gives me negative 1.56. There is my check. Number 25, I've got negative 2 is equal to 6/7 p. And we're going to break this away. This fraction, we're going to break this fraction away from the variable by multiplying by the reciprocal. Multiply both sides by 7/6. Turn that into a fraction. 7/6 times 6/7 is going to be 42 over 42, which is 1. And 1 times p, which is just p. Okay. Cross canceling, I can go 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 6 3 times. 7 times negative 1 is negative 7 thirds, which can be rewritten as negative 2 and a third. Now let's check it. So I'm going to plug this one in. I get negative 2 is equal to 6/7 times negative 7 over 3. Cross canceling, I get 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice. 7 goes into 7 once, 7 goes into 7 once. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 over 1 is the same as negative 2. I get negative 2 is equal to negative 2, and there's your check. Last one, we've got 3 pi d is equal to 12 pi. And we need to get this variable by itself. So I'm going to divide by 3 pi. That allows me to cancel there and there. And we're going to have to divide by 3 pi over here. I can cancel like that. 12 divided by 3 is 4. I get d is equal to 4. Let's plug it in and see if that makes sense. I've got 3 times pi times 4 is equal to 12 pi. The commutative property tells me I can multiply in any order. 3 times 4 is 12 pi. I get 12 pi is equal to 12 pi. There's your check. Alright guys, that's how we should have done last night's homework. Those were the solutions for U 1.1 day 2.